Good morning, good morning. Give me 1 second. We're just trying to make sure that the stream is working. There we go. All right, let's check volume. All good, all good. So we're in it again. Hope everyone in Florida had a fun hurricane day. It wasn't too crazy over here because we're in Central Florida, but the wind picked up a lot, bit of rain. Not awesome driving conditions, but obviously I've been watching the news and not the best in some surrounding areas. So natural disasters suck, but we can possibly make some money, and that's okay. But again, to be for real, I hope everyone's all right from that. Everyone's family's good, and no one was affected, terribly or horribly. Now, saying that, let's get into what we're looking at. I wanted to try something new. Not look like how I wanted it to look. Boom. I really don't need that. And I don't really need that either because it doesn't work the way I want it to. We're going to shorten this substantially. All right, that'll do. Okay. So, looking at price action here was yesterday, right? Yesterday's trade was up here into down. We didn't even go this far, but that's where we should have taken it. At the very least, we should have gotten our price to here. But again, just like I had said, this thing blew past our level. Obviously, it gets pretty choppy, but it goes ahead and it falls from where we got into the trade down to towards the bottom, basically 200 points, less than or more than 200. At the very bottom, almost 300 from where we got in. So, very impressive move. If we went ahead and we captured that, let's not do the math on that. We'll do it after our trade. But if we did the math on that, that's life changing. That's life changing right there. But yeah, my main concern was that I should have taken profit here at this level, right? At least just catching those extra. It was going to be an extra 10 points, which would have been another $2,000 on our trade yesterday. So I need to learn, obviously how to hold my trades a little longer than I'm comfortable with, because we are leaving money on the table, and that is not going to fly. All right, it doesn't look like we've got any crazy news events going on this morning. I just checked our news source. So no crazy finance news. So we should be good based on this, right? So we went ahead and we had our big drop yesterday. Boom. Plummet. It went ahead and it covered most of our gains, right, from Wednesday. So you could see now that we get a little choppy. Price is kind of deciding what direction to go. It is a Friday, right? So I also don't want to get stuck in any indecision, because I could go ahead and I could get into this trade right here where this line it is that I put. And you could see that one would have hit right where I had the line placed. I would want it lower. I would probably want it here. But still, it hit. And then obviously you might have that indecision. Boom. We're obviously not in that, so we'll kind of see what happens. I might eat my words. That is a 9:30 candle though, so there's a possibility that it could go lower. But we're gonna kind of see. I'm not crazy eager to jump into anything because it is a Friday and we might get stuck in some indecision. And obviously that's not the best when you're dealing with thousands of dollars, right? Or even hundreds of dollars. I don't want to potentially give back any of my gains from this week so far, right? So let's just watch. I think I'm gonna have to remake my coffee. It did not come out good. All right, I'm just gonna mark this. So we got 151. I would have put my stop. It probably I would have put it right here, just to be safe, and then we would have gotten hit. Let me put that line. We would have gotten hit there. My stop should go here at a 20-point difference. But like I said, I don't really want to give back all of my gains or potentially lose a lot of what we already profited from this week. So that's why I would have probably put it a little closer. So either here or maybe at the 15. But knowing me, I probably would have put it at the 10 and I would have gotten hit. And that would have been -2. So it's only really moved 5-6 points off of this price point. There we go. It just hit 10 right here. So it would have been around another 2. But that's okay. Like I said, not really forcing any trades today. We just want to see what happens. Look at that. Look at that turnaround. And my stop would have been right around here, by the way. So we're just going to watch that. Now this level, I'm eager. But this is why I keep on saying, oh, I want to look into getting Bookmaps because this window over here doesn't really help me. It doesn't really help me with anything. We might as well just get rid of it. I'm gonna be honest. I just thought it was pretty. You see all that and you kind of think, oh, we're watching the market move. But it really doesn't help. It just kind of tells you exactly what you're watching the candle do. So, yeah. So it can be a little bothersome. Because again, it's not really helping. There's the one that I went ahead and deleted prior to this one that was right next to it. That one is basically tells you what orders are going on. Oh wait, I'm gonna have to add, and then I want to drag long spread super dom. Yeah, this one. Look at that volatility. Good morning. So this one tells you all of the orders that are placed at the certain price, right? So it's going ahead and it's following it. There's better tools than this. This tool is obviously good, but as you can see, I don't pay for the tool. If I paid for the tool, it would have numbers on every number, right? It would tell me where all of the orders are, and I would know, what is going on at this price at 2,339. So I would scroll down, and then I see 2,339. There's like 1,000 orders or something, right? But yeah, obviously I don't pay for this tool, so I don't get access to that. But Bookmaps, what it'll do is it'll give you this, and it'll give you this, but it puts it on the chart. So there'll be like heat maps on the chart, right? So I'll be able to see kind of what's going on based on the heat maps, which is very helpful because you get an actual visual representation of where those orders are. What's up? Lot of indecision. There we go. It's looking like 4 points. It's looking like it hit almost 8 points. But again, you got to think about the main thing is that today's a Friday. There's not a lot of news going on. And most of the market movers, like the ones that really make, a big difference, they're not looking to get into anything crazy today, right? They just want price to kind of consolidate. If they're still in trades, they just want to get out of them. So no one's really looking to put a lot of capital or a lot of money into the market because they already went ahead and they made their money for the week for the most part, right? Look, we're going to eat our words right now, but we're looking at those 15, almost 15 points higher than that. So 11, 39 to 11. So 28 points. Not bad. Also, this structure, like over here, is just another note too. It's very, what's the word? I don't want to say precise, but there's a very clear pattern, right? Like your higher highs and your lower highs and your higher highs, right? It's stair stepping upwards. So we have a lot of, like, right here's a resistance level, right here's a resistance level, right here's a resistance level, right here's a resistance level. So all of these little notches in price could make price turn around, right? So price decided it wanted to turn around here. And then we probably had a lot of people go ahead and buy back their positions here. So that's why we had this wick. But you got a lot of resistance here, 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 right? All these different levels and notches that could influence traders to go ahead and get out of a trade. Look, and now we're all the way back up. That was 28 points, right? So down 28, up 28. It's not really being super clear on the direction, right? So now what we could see, we're gonna have to see what price wants to do. But if we go ahead and we can break this and then come under, make a lower high or a higher high, right? And then a higher low, and then break this level. I don't know why we did that. Break this level here, right? And then the same with our high of day. Possibly I would get into a buy because price most of the time it likes to end the week on extremes. So obviously it's already created the high of day, and if we go back, we're not too far off of where our high or our highest point is, right? As of right now, and especially for the week, which is up here. So if we were to come and break this high, I feel that we could probably start moving up. A lot of chop here, so it might get really choppy, but we're looking at about 50-ish points, 45 to 50-ish points to get out of the chop. And then this is just straight direction, right? So if we could get up there, I figure we have a good shot of at least reaching that high. the peak up here, if it wants to put my line, the peak up here, and blowing past that if we can. If not, then that's definitely a level to consider for next week. The beginning of next week is to consider this price point and just be ready to possibly blow past that, right? Not right now, but we'll go ahead and we'll analyze that idea a little more in a bit. Let's see if we do anything though. I'm not really feeling the sells. I mean, I can see the sells, but again, like I said, I don't want to go ahead and I don't want to put too much into selling when we have so much indecision, right? Time is it? 9:42. At 10, I'm gonna have to hop off because we gotta get ready to go to work. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, we went ahead and we've set ourselves up perfectly for next week. I mean, I'm halfway to my take profit or to my target profit, right? All I have to do is make 10.5 grand for next week. And again, like I said, that volatility just isn't there. And that's understandable because it is, it is a Monday. I mean, it's a Friday, right? And so we'll have that volatility on Monday. And we'll be able to catch, a pretty decent move because we're gonna if we can bang out that whole half in a trade, that would be phenomenal. I mean, those other two trades that I took both Wednesday and Thursday, right? Even was that Wednesdays? That wasn't even Wednesdays. Even on, I think I don't remember if I traded Tuesday, but I know I traded. It was either Monday or Tuesday. But even on those days, right? All of these trades that I took kept on running past where I took my profit. And I took my profit way too early as well. I didn't even take it where I had said I was going to take it. So if we can go ahead and we can get that problem resolved, that trading management issue resolved by next week, then I think we got a pretty good shot at passing this challenge. We'll be set. We'll hit that 20K for next week. I mean, all I need to hit is 10.5, but we'll hit our 20K target profit, and then we'll go ahead and we'll be funded again. And this will be the biggest account that I've been funded. It'll be 300,000, and it might be time to move. If we can hit that 300,000, it might be time to. Well, I definitely need to see how the taxes and everything works on that. But we might be out of the country. Go see some places, type of deal. I just gotta make sure that I'm up and that I'm here. I probably want to set a couple things up before really doing that, but you know what I'm saying. It's like that's just gonna be a life-changing move, and hopefully I can go ahead and I can show that. Obviously, like here on YouTube on streaming. And then obviously just go ahead and possibly make a little more content and show you guys like, hey, like this is actually possible. It's hard. It's difficult. I've passed 3 challenges. It's just keeping those challenges. It gets a little more difficult, especially depending on your strategy, depending on how you trade. Like I went ahead and I told you, I was like, listen, I struggle when going ahead and trading with the strategy, right? Because the way that I look at it is I'm trying to be more creative. I'm trying to, figure out what's going on in the market, what's going ahead and moving these things, right? Like I already see on Monday that we've got at 1 p.m. Do I work Monday? I don't work Monday. At 1 p.m. we've got Fed Chair Powell speaking. That we can watch together. I'll pull it up. I don't know if we'll stream for sure, but I don't know if I'll trade that because it's pretty risky. If I do trade that, we're only trading like one contract. If even one contract, I might do micro contracts. But yeah, it's like I know the way that I look at trading is it's more about like me being creative, right? And figuring out what is going on rather than robotically trading a certain system and trying to do it. Obviously there's this level of percentages and it's a statistics game, right? I'm not disagreeing with that. So like I've got a strategy, like I can tell you, okay, I take my breaks, right? I take breaks and then I put my stop loss on structure points, and then we go ahead and we either win or lose. People call it gambling. I've had people to my face, and not friends. I mean, when friends do it, I'm like, yeah, I mean, you're right. But I've had people say that, oh, you're just a gambler. Like people I don't know, people I don't talk to, and they'll be like, oh, like you're gambling, you're that. And I'm like, I mean, you're right, but I'm making money. And I mean there's a little more mathematics to it. There's a little more understanding patterns. There's a little more understanding market psychology, people, other traders psychologies, right? Understanding institutional trading. So it's not like I'm just not like I'm really throwing it on red or I'm really throwing it on black. I might like sound like that, or I might say that I'm crashing out and I'm just taking this trade, or we're going all in, right? But obviously there's a bit of knowledge to it. Even like gambling, like the top poker players are making millions of dollars because they're that good at poker. And yeah, it's a game. Yeah, it's gambling, but obviously there's skill to doing that. All right. So let's stop talking for a little bit because now we're pulling up into this level that we were talking about. Oh, look, it was a pretty decent move. It was a pretty decent move. 30 points down on the downside to this wick. I'm gonna see too. I think I'm gonna experiment tomorrow with going live on Instagram as well. Or not tomorrow, my bad. Monday. I think I can do it on my iPad. So I'll have the stream on YouTube and then I'll have the stream on my iPad for Instagram. But yeah. $9.50. Okay. Do we get some food to eat? Because I've not eaten. but my tummy's kind of bothering me. But I've got food. So we got pizza, we got pork. Both unhealthy options. If I'm being 100% honest, the pizza will probably sit better right now. Because the pork, and I'm going to go to work. I'm going to be at work until like 6 or 7. I'm going to have pork in my stomach for 9 hours. That's not going to fly. It's getting very hot. These lights, I only have one on right now. But I need to figure something out because I am wearing a hoodie. I'm wearing a hoodie. That's probably why. We're going to start wearing our tank tops. But it gets so hot in this room when these lights are on. I think my room is just an insulator as well. Yeah, I think too, there's probably a couple other things I want to go over, but I think I want to start doing it next week. I might just go over a little bit of like some trading strategy stuff. I know that my older posts and my older streams were like that, where I was going ahead and explaining that. But yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, I'm just grateful for, what I was able to accomplish this week. Thank God for that, because that's astounding. Like, this is the furthest that I've ever gotten in this challenge, and it feels great. It feels good. Obviously, and I mean, we just got to keep it rolling. We just got to keep it going into next week. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stay consistent with the content. My biggest like struggle right now is obviously like editing these videos and putting them onto YouTube. I mean, onto Instagram, or like TikTok and stuff, because I don't know how to really edit them correctly. I think what my idea is to put them like in this corner, right? Because it's right next to my head, and then I got this box here, so then it'll be like a nice, and it'll show the profit and everything while doing the trade. So that's kind of my idea right now. If anything, I'll probably just get rid of this box too. And then I gotta see. Like I said, I might experiment with Bookmaps. I might not. Because I mean, technically, it's possible to just trade with this. I do definitely want to experiment with some different indicators, because I'm not really using these indicators anymore. I'm just primarily using price action, which is fine. But some of the indicators can be a little helpful, right? If I know where my levels are, like, okay, I know this is my high of day. That's very helpful. And like if I had, we'll see. We'll see what I can go ahead and implement and what I could use. But here, we're gonna, just in case, so we don't do anything by accident. But like I said, I'm grateful for where we're at. I think, I think this week is a testament to it being possible, and it not being as difficult as people say, or yeah, we're getting a little emotional right now. That's crazy. This is, it's crazy, man. 2 days, 9.5 grand. 2 days, 9.5 grand, and that's not even what those trades like were, because those trades went way further than where I took profit. But just at, like, wow. 2 days, about 10 minutes of risking money in total for 9.5 grand. That's bonkers. That's why I do it. That's why I do it. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to call it there so I can eat a little bit and then start getting ready for work. Quick little 30-minute stream. Again, didn't get into anything. My ideas still is probably it. Oh, I took trading mode off again. My bad. My ideas as of right now are for it to possibly come break this level, break here, right? And then start to shoot up, or obviously probably break. It's got to break this. It's got to break this wick for me to even consider selling if I was going to. And then obviously start to move lower. But like I said, we've got all this price structure over here that is kind of arguing with our move. So yeah. So, and I mean, it seems like me saying that, it seems dumb because I'm basically just saying, oh, it's either going up or it's either going down. But I mean, in all honesty, like 100% transparency, that is all it's going to do. Right? Like it's either going up or it's going down. Yeah, it'll go sideways. So this is like chopping right here, but still it went down and then it came up and then went down and then went up and then it came down. So like that's all price does is it goes up or it goes down. So it sounds dumb. It's like, oh, all he said was this was going to go up or it was going to go down based on whichever. Yeah, good job. You have good listening ears. Because that's literally all I said, and it's the truth. If it could pot and that's the other thing too. I always me and my brother say is woulda, shoulda, coulda. Like I woulda, shoulda, coulda gotten out of the trade because you're gonna go ahead and make excuses and say like, oh, I should have done this. Oh, I could have done this. Oh, it would have been this, right? So woulda, shoulda, coulda. Price is gonna do what it's gonna do, and you're either gonna put the risk up or you're not. And then if you miss the move, right, like over here, I was like, oh, woulda, shoulda, coulda gotten in it, and then right here, and then caught the 30 points, but no, you didn't get in. So, but I mean, realistically, that's all price is gonna do. It's either going up or it's going down, and what? Like that's a crazy idea. Oh my gosh. You just got to know the timing and you got to know the price and be there when it's volatile, right? I could have easily gotten stuck in a trade by selling it right here. And then it goes all the way up and then I'm down. And then it continues to go up. Or then I could have gotten stuck up here because I bought. I mean, that would have been an okay move. It's like 15 points, but am I out after 15 points? I don't know. I could have bought right here at this price, and then it goes up, and then it comes all the way back around and down. So it's really just about timing and about having that volatility and catching those moves when they fly, right? Catching those moves. I kept talking because I want to see what it does with this line now, because if it does break, then this would just be beautiful talking point, basically, because of what I said. I don't want to, I'll zoom out. I'll go back to this one. Right. It's basically you go ahead and you catch a move, right? You want to get into moves like this. You want to be like, okay, so I'm gonna get in here because it's breaking here. Or I'm gonna get in here because it's breaking. Honestly, this would have been such a better price. Or was that the price I got in? No. Oh, we had a good price. Yeah, that was the price I got in. No, it was up here. It had to be like up here because we were in profit when we got hit. So we got in at a good price. What was I thinking, bro? What was I thinking? Anyway, whatever. You want to try and catch these movers, right? You want to try and catch these big moves. You want to get into that volatility where, okay, stop. Where, price breaks and then it runs, right? So that's definitely like the biggest thing I would say is knowing that timing, knowing where that price is, and just understanding market structure, market psychology type of deal, right? All right, but like I said, I'm gonna cut it there. We'll just go ahead. We'll look at this on Monday and kind of see what happened. And then we've got our line over there, and yeah, and I mean that's about it. Very grateful. Thank God, obviously, for what we went ahead and we were able to do this week. It's beautiful, and then let's just let that go into next week, flood into next week, and hopefully we're able to pass this challenge. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I'll leave it at that, and you guys have a good day.